Hi, for those who are watching, it's just me with a short live stream. Actually, I was planning on introducing this to a lot of different people. Unfortunately, no one popped up in the next hour. Me with a short. So this will just be a short one. It's about. I've been thinking a lot lately about hope, about desire, so to speak, or more like strategy. When you look out in life, what do you look for actually? Do you look for hope or do you look for, well, destiny, or do you look for just what you're trying to find in your life? There are so many things that are different. And then I look back into the arts of manga and anime and actually remembers why is it about it that I love so much? Well, going back to some of these, know, going back to some of these mangas and stuff, I want to talk a little bit about what I felt the symbolism and the poetry and many things more are in those mangas. Of course, I would have wished to gotten people involved into this, and by doing so, I would have, you know, swapped theories like that. Okay, let's go from the top. First off, One Piece. What is the poetry I see in One Piece? I think the most poetry I see is the fact that life's an adventure, but that doesn't mean it's carefree. What you see in life and what you experience in life will not always be your flow, but you will have to still walk forward, but only for your own will. Or maybe it's more likely to say, destiny and life is forged only by those that are willing to move forward without anyone else stopping them. Maybe that's one way to describe how One Piece always is in when it comes to poetry. They have a little bit of a symbolism though, being the one of the slowest Shonen Jump series ever out there. I think one of their symbolism acts a little bit. I wouldn't say that Luffy, the main character, is Jesus because he's not, but it does seem to be that kind of symbolic figurehead that unintentionally becomes a martyr or a hero figure, that underground knight, so to speak, that that becomes the hero to everyone who he meets, even if that's not his intention, because it's just that how it works. And emotions, well, emotions always go different things. As I have when I've seen in my rageful videos, there are those videos where it's I'm doing nothing but rage against One Piece itself for all its messages, because in the end it has what's that word? Different different systems, so to speak. I mean, what I'm trying to say is the emotions can be everything from heartwarming. I mean, the heartwarming message in One Piece is that family is by choice, and family that you consider a family, therefore family by choice, are true family. Blood normally do not matter. That's one of the themes in it. It's also the theme is that friends are supposed to be there for you when you falter. I think those are one of the symbolisms in One Piece. Let's see, what can we else say? Uh, Black Clover. Well, I think the poetry in Black Clover is life is never really fair. The poetry, I mean, the life is never really fair. However, we can either just accept that it is and break, or accept that it is and defy it. Whatever you defy or whatever you don't, it all depends on your own will. Because change can only happen to those that are willing to break things that are binding that change. The symbolism, I guess it's should be. I mean, not that Black Clover is any original in that way, but I think it's from that the underdog always holds the biggest amount of change to people. In essence, trying to say something like mm, life is just like this and this. Therefore, the only way to change it is through those that want to change it. And those that want to change it are those that have the will. Let's see here. And what about the emotion? Well, I guess the emotion in Black Clover is the same about friends, but also the fact that you can change yourself, but you can never change. No, I mean, yeah, you can change yourself, but the only way you truly become a different person is if you change people around you. I guess that's one way to describe it. Because one of the emotions of Black Clover is always the fact that one character is influencing all the different people around him, and therefore making them better people, and they're helping him becoming a better man. I guess the emotion is teamwork in slow lessons. Then let's see what else, Manga. Again, this is not going to be a long one because, well, I didn't get anyone to talk to. I wanted to have someone to talk to, unless I did not. So I guess next will be the Fire Brigade of Flames. The poetry there. What could that be? I guess it could be when life's a disaster. Do you accept it, or do you cry? Or do you simply fight for what other people think? Because people will always consider you just that one person. However, a life and a destiny is forged by those that are willing to follow their dreams. Therefore, the biggest purpose is not what people think of you. It's what you want people. It's what you want to do for the people. I guess that's one way to describe it. Maybe. Sorry, these are improvised and may not be entirely good. The symbolism of Fire Brigade of Flames. Well, the Fire Brigade of Flames has somewhat religious moments to it, but I guess it's the fact that fire and burn. People that live in one place just accept living like that because it's the only way of living. And some people kill flame humans because it's one way to. There's only way to save them. Therefore, I guess the picture of the symbolism is death and rebirth, death and destruction, but rising from the ashes are only for those that are willing to have a change. Because the emotion and Fire Brigade of Flames are always different every single time. Most of the time, it is heartwarming, but yet same time frightening, because it is a pretty frightful manga. So I guess never give up. No, that was wrong. The emotion is if you want to change, or if you want to be the hero, then do so with yours, by your will, not what other people say to you. Or I guess other emotion of the Fire Brigade of Flames is the inspiration. As the main character is as a person that has subtly managed to emotionalize a lot of people that met him, so to speak. Let's see here. Do we have any other? Do we have well, we have plenty. Let's go from the unknown manga. Let's go for Grand Blue, a comedy slice of life drama. What's the poetry there? Well, the poetry is Do you want to waste your life living the dream that can just be the moment, or do you want to live a life away from what you consider is responsibility? In the end, there is no truth. In the end, there is no life. But wasting away your life by doing the same thing over and over will only make the road ahead feel stale. I guess that's one way of putting it. And the symbolism of it, well, I guess it's the fact that slackers never prosper. I guess that's one of the symbolism of it all. Because we can party all day, we can drink beer all day, and do blah 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 all day. But in the end, that will not make us go forward in life. So I guess it symbolizes that nothing in life is easy. Well, no, that's wrong. Nothing in life can become easy unless you don't want to change it. The Grand Blue manga, a slice of life comedy manga. It has some pretty sadistic humor. In case anyone do not know, it's going to get an anime in July, or so I heard. The emotion, well, there's not so much emotion of it. As I said before, it's a sadistic comedy slice of life drama. Uh, manga. So, but I guess the most emotion is the fact that despite living in a place where it seems that everyone is on each other's throat, when you have fun with the people around you, it don't matter if it's dark or not. It gives you joy. Anyway, that's the Grand Blue manga, a comedy one. Let's see. What else? Which manga can we else talk about? Yeah, what's a Gintama? What's the poetry there? Well, change is sometimes good, but change is sometimes bad. The problem is, are you going to accept what you see around you, or are you going to change it? In the end, the will to change only comes after what the people that are surround you will. Therefore, the therefore the true warrior spirits are those that accept some things or move along with someone else in order to just make them happy. Is that way you have the poetry of it? I know that's not a very good one. The symbolism of Gintama, I guess that could be. Let's see. I guess the symbolism could be. What is it? Now let's see. Symbolism could be that just the washed up people in life will always will still. No, wait, sorry, I had to rethink that because my mind went blank there for a moment. Okay, what's the symbolism? Symbolism is that some change is bad if it's forced upon you, but the people that you have around you can always make some things better in life. I guess that's one way of having the symbolism of it. Because the emotion of Gintama is many different. It's the fact that people that you live around will drive you nuts and will make you mad. But in the end, what you have around you will always give you happiness still. I guess that's the emotion. True friends are those that you still not think you can stand. Okay, what other? Let's see, do I have another manga? Yeah, what about Dr. Stone, baby? All right, what's the poetry of Dr. Stone? Nothing. Oh, Parsec just did something good. That's very kind of you all. Everybody, go to Parsec. It's a very good streaming site. I'm just saying, it's a very good place. All right, let's see here. Poetry of Dr. Stone, the manga. When civilization crumbles, do you just accept what you see, or do you decide to change it? Are you afraid of change because it will just bring back that which you hated? Or do you fear the fact that it will take a very long time? Nothing starts from scratch. And that is precisely what things that are moving ahead has to get. No, the things that can move ahead can only be built by those that want it. In the end, the biggest desire to affect the world comes for the well-meaning of knowing where to go and where to go and where to stop next. The symbolism of Dr. Stone, I think, has to do with the fact that our society is corrupted, dark, and extremely black. No, not black. Horrifying. But when we live in a world where none of that happens, does that mean that the world is free? And yet it still is plagued that what we have was lost, but it will never truly vanish. For what is created will always be passed away by the stories of ancient. And even though you do not always want to have that see the light you saw before, to not accept it means to prevent yourself from becoming a better person. I guess that's one of the way to describe the symbolism of it. The emotion of Dr. Stone has to be of friendship and working together, and knowing that, but also um, curiosity could be one of a man's deadliest moments, but also one of man's greatest moment. In the end, what kind of person you are matters to when you become, when you want to do things you love. Okay, let's do just one final manga before this ends. Do I have a manga? Yeah. Oh, let's go fairy tale now. Sorry, but I just have to do that. All right, the poetry of fairy tale is when life feels like like lost, there will always be something that will pick you up. You will find it or it will find you. But to walk forward with it means to accepting things that are standing before you. But when you do, you will know that that will well, it may not be what you have always seen. It will bring you that joy which you lacked before, the joy of real of knowing where in life you are. The symbolism of fairy tale, I guess it has to be that well, friendship conquers all. I guess that's one way to put how fairy tale is in these situations, although that's not entirely right. But seriously, one of the symbolism is that you may not know. No, friendship is there for you, but it's sometimes also there for you. This is to show what happens when friendship is always there for you. When you trust in other people, you will find knowing. Therefore, the symbolism is there will always be a home to people that care for you when you have found them. And the emotion, well, it's of course the power of friendship. That's the most common emotion of all of it. Basically, the friendship conquers all, as I said before. However, it's also to show and although while a lot of people hate that because it's unrealistic, I don't care because that's just what I like about it. I think the greatest thing to say about that emotion in it is the fact that some life will bring you tears, some things will bring you joy, but no matter in your grief, there will always be something to pick you up. That is a true family, and that's the emotion of it all. So, well, yeah, that's basically this live stream, and there are a lot of different emotions in many different mangas. But again, I need a group to talk to that about. So next time, maybe I will form a group talking about that. Let's do a little quick update now, even though it's not an update here. Just one more week. Just one more week. I've been living in New York for the last 9 weeks. Starting in next week on Tuesday, I won't be here anymore. So, just a little heads up of that. See you all in another. Bye for now.